Good evening, everybody. Winter Soldier here. Apologize if the video seems a little shaky here. I am recording on my phone. Strangely enough, my phone actually seems to record better than my camera, so that is what it is. Real quick note, two things actually. One, I'm always looking for suggestions on what would be a really good camera to use when you start recording YouTube videos and editing software. So if anybody knows anything about that, by all means, please do give me, make a comment, tell me a little bit about what you use. Any suggestions help is definitely welcome. I wanted to talk about a topic that I've been noticing as of late, and I talked about this in my first video. It's on the topic of race. Things that, we talk about preppers, and we talk about conservatism, we talk about, what it means to be American, guns, all that other good stuff here. And I've seen other people that have, made comments about this, and the truth be told, I think a lot of this stuff that we talk about, guns, pro-American, prepping, this seems to be predominantly more or less a Caucasian, white, whatever you want to call it, category dominated. Of course, that only makes sense because there are more white people in the country than there are, say, blacks, Hispanics, Asians, whatever. I've noticed on Facebook and not so much on Tea Party community, but also, at certain gun shows and gun stores, you don't see this all the time, and it's not overt. It's not like, oh, get your brown ass out of here. Now, of course, I mentioned brown. Let me just first make a disclosure. I am Puerto Rican. I'm a very educated individual. I'm probably one of the smarter people that I know. I wonder what that says about me and the circles I travel in. And that's not meant to boast, but I've made it an effort to educate myself, to learn how to speak well, to hold a conversation in any and all situations. And I can't help but think when I see things, when I see these jokes, I see a lot of jokes, from so-called preppers and conservatives that go around, black guy, a Muslim, and a Mexican walk in a bar. Okay. Now, I'm not one to say, let's make fun of the black guy, let's not make fun of the Hispanic guy, let's not, but it's okay, let's make fun of the Muslim. No, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love off-color humor. I'm all about that. I think it's hilarious. But I think when we're trying to be serious, when we're trying to talk about, let's take the topic of conservatism, for example. There's this, we want to make it a more diverse party. And I'm not talking Republicans, because I can sit here and talk to you about Republicans and their successes, their failures, especially in light of this fiscal cliff deal that they just totally screwed the pooch on. I got to be careful about that too, because in some ways they screwed the pooch, but in other ways they really didn't have much of a choice. But that's because of certain things that they have done and have not done over the past few months. But that being said, we're conservatives. We believe in America. We believe in, God, country, family, taking care of each other. Is this just a predominantly, or forget predominantly, is this an exclusively white issue? Or is this something that all of us are a part of? And on prepping, I think it's safe to say that the majority of preppers tend to be Caucasian. If anybody disagrees with me on that, by all means, please, I beg you, tell me otherwise. How many preppers do you see out there on YouTube? How many preppers do you see on Facebook or anywhere else? I can name a handful. I can name a handful of gun enthusiasts. When I see, gun enthusiasts, I see that dude Siraj. Mr. Corleone Noir. That's pretty much it. Preppers. Got an Afro Prepper. Forever Ghost Dog. Is one or two others that I just saw tonight, and unfortunately I can't remember the names offhand, so I apologize to you guys, but there's not too many of us out here. So, I mean, is race that much of an issue? When the shit hits the fan, when things start going down, and in light of this potential gun ban and economic issues and all these other potential things that we could see that might be coming down the pipe, are we going to distrust people based upon their color? Are we going to distrust people based because of their hair type? Are we going to give them the benefit of the doubt? Are we going to, and I understand, Reagan had a very good philosophy, the idea of, trust but verify. I completely agree with that. But that being said, I guess you have and not the color. I understand that the color or the exterior is definitely one of the first things that you see. But you see an individual next to you, standing side by side with you in a gun store, chances are they probably have the same, philosophical beliefs that you do. Nothing hurts to put a few feelers out there, have a conversation. Now, hell, you're over there at Gander Mountain, Cabela's, or wherever it is you go, your local gun store, you're at a shooting range having a conversation. Chances are, if it's a lib, they're probably not out there. And I can only speak upon my experiences, but every time I go to an outdoor range and I start talking to folks, wow, interesting. These folks have the same beliefs, same philosophies, same worries, the same concerns that I have. And I have to wonder, did they think at one point, the negative stereotype based upon what they saw? Or did they just simply see a man? A man with a gun trying to enjoy himself at the range, doing some plinking. Nothing more than that. And then we got to conversating about the different type of things that we have and so on and so forth. And the conversation carried on, and all is well in the land of Oz. So, I don't know. Give me some comments. Give me some thoughts. Tell me what you think. Tell me about the issues of race as it relates to conservatism. Tell me about the issues of race as it relates to prepping. And kind of, tie it up from the get-go. If you guys know any like good software, a good camera. Wow, this picture's blurry, so I guess in this case a good tripod to go with said good camera. Hit me up. Let me know what you guys think. Send me a message. Comments on the bottom. Subscribe. Tell me what you guys think. Looking forward to hearing from you guys. Winter Soldier out. Bruce C. Preppers.